Good morning, students. Welcome back to the chapter 5 Metals and Non-Metals. In our previous classes, we have learned about the physical and chemical properties of metals and non-metals, and our learning objective for today's class are noble metals, corrosion, that means rusting, prevention from rusting, uses of metals and non-metals, poisonous effect of lead and mercury, metal sculpture of Chhattisgarh. Now the first, noble metals. Those metals which are least reactive and do not react with air, water, acid or base. Such metals are called noble metals. Noble metals least reactive, therefore its metallic luster, brightness stay for a longer time. That's why for making ornaments we use gold and silver, because these metals are noble metals. As they are least reactive, they do not react with water and air or acid and base. Therefore, if we wear the jewelries made from these metals, their shine, brightness stay for a longer time. Now, adding a bit of silver or copper with gold make the gold more harder, with which ornament are made, because pure gold is soft and it is not possible to give any shape. So that's why to make gold hard, we mix copper and silver with gold. Gold percentage is expressed in terms of carats. Pure gold means 100% of gold is known as 24 carats. 22 carats gold means 22 parts of gold and 2 parts of silver or copper. Now, corrosion. What is corrosion? Corrosion, you must have seen the iron nails, pipes, etc. when left in open air for some time get rusted. In this way, the formation of a compound on the metal surface is called corrosion. Iron react with moist and air and form rust, that is called corrosion. Now let's see one activity to understand what is corrosion. For this activity, take 3 test tube, iron nails and place 3 unrusted iron nails in each of 3 test tubes. Then fill test tube A with water, then test tube B with distilled water or boiled water, that means free of oxygen, because when we boil the water then oxygen gas is removed. Add some drop of oil and cover the test tube. In the third test tube, add anhydrous calcium chloride. Anhydrous calcium chloride observe the moisture in the test tube. Then close all the test tube and leave for 2 or 3 days, and you will find that test tube A, nails in test tube A rust due to presence of both air and water. Then test tube B, nails in test tube B do not rust as they are exposed only to water. That means in test tube B only water is present, no air, no oxygen. Then in test tube C, nails in test tube C do not rust as they are exposed only to dry air. That means no water, only air. So in test tube A, Nails in test tube A rust due to presence of both air and water. If air is not there, only water is present, then also rusting is not possible. And if only air is there, no water, then also rusting is not possible. So we can say that rusting or corrosion is happens when metal react with air and moisture, air and water. When air and water both present, then metal react with water in presence of air and form a compound that is called rusting or corrosion. Now, prevention from rusting. The first method is by painting. Most common method to stop corrosion is covering the metal with a layer of paint. We paint the object made of iron in our houses to protect them from rusting. Then the second method is by applying grease. By applying grease or oil, the contact of metal with air and water is broken. To protect it from rusting, grease is applied to bicycle's chain. Then, by metallic coating, in this method, object made of iron is cleaned and then dipped in malted zinc. The object get coated with a layer of zinc to protect from corrosion, and this is called metallic coating. Then the next is manufacture of alloys. Alloys are mixture of 2 or 3 metals. As we know that gold is not used for making ornaments or jewelries because gold is soft and not possible to give a defined shape. That's why we mix copper and silver with gold to make it tough so that we can use gold for making jewelries. If we talk about iron, iron is a highly reactive metal. It easily react with air and moisture and get rusted. So that's why cooking utensils and materials used in hospital for operations are not made of pure iron. And in this way we have seen that pure metals are not useful always. To make these metals useful, some other metals or non-metals is added. This mixed metal is called alloys. Alloys are more tough and resistance to corrosion. That means they are not getting corrode easily. Now see the different alloys, their constituents and uses. Steel is made up of iron and copper, and steel is used to make railway and wheels and engines, ships, vehicles, cranes, weapons and all this. Then rust free steel, stainless steel, it is made up of iron, chromium and nickel and used for make fork, kitchen sink, containers of chemical industries and operation tools. Then brass, it is made up of copper and zinc and used for making ornaments, ball bearings, electrical switches, doorknobs and utensils. Bronze, it is made up of copper and tin and used for making melting machineries and plates and glasses. Then duralium, it is made up of aluminium, copper, magnesium, manganese and iron and it is used for making body or airplane and bicycle parts. Uses of metals and non-metals. Some metals and their uses are listed below. Gold and silver are used for making jewelries. Copper is used for making electrical wires, cooking utensils. Zinc is mainly used as a protective coat for iron. Aluminium is used for making electrical cables, packaging, cooking utensils, etc. Metals like iron and steel are widely used in building and home constructions. Liquid metals like mercury, which can exist in room temperature, is used in clinical thermometers. Lead is commonly used in car batteries and coins are made up of nickels. Then the next, poisonous effect of lead and mercury. Lead and mercury are metals which are used in different industries, but these metals have poisonous effect in our bodies. Lead is used in the manufacture of paint and batteries. Burning of products like petrol produce smoke having lead and its compounds. These compounds enter our body and can damage our red blood cell and brain and liver. Compounds of mercury are used in making of paint, insecticides, fungicides. These compounds may enter our body through polluted water and food as fish and vegetables. They affect our kidneys and central nervous system. So, lead and mercury, they are having their benefits and they are having their poisonous effect also if they enter in our body anyhow. Now the metal sculpture of Chhattisgarh. In our ancient times, we are knowing that how to obtain iron from iron ores and metals used for making different articles and objects that we use in our daily life. In Ranjangaon district and Bastar district, we found these sculptures and articles made of metals. Now, students, in this chapter, we have learned that elements can be classified as metals and non-metals. Metals have the properties of luster, ductility, hardness, malleability, and conductivity. Non-metals are fragile, brittle, and bad conductors. Burning of metal produce basic oxides and that of non-metal produce acidic oxides. Aluminium, zinc, metal react with acid. Usually non-metals do not react with acid. More reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal from the solution of its salt. Gold, silver, platinum are noble metals. Alloys are homogeneous mixture of metals with other metals and non-metals. Metals like iron corrodes. There are many methods to stop corrosion and there are many uses of metals and non-metals in our daily life. So, students, now I am stopping my explanation here because our chapter finished. Assignment questions you will get in assignment section. Download the PDF file and write down the question answers nicely in your copy. Thank you.